Positioning yourself in the marketplace is essential to stand out from your competition, to magnetize clients, and create marketing a breeze. What up, it's Dalaney Davis, and in this episode, I'm excited to share with you one of the most powerful marketing and psychology paradigms I've ever come across. I spent the last 10 years obsessing over this distinction after I first learned it studying psychology at university. The distinction I want to take you through today that'll help you position yourself uniquely in the market, make content creation a breeze, and even make strategic decisions more powerful within your business is archetypes. Now, archetypes has been around for a long time. It was first derived by Mr. Carl Jung, a famous psychologist, who deemed it as the subconscious characteristics that we seek out in others to fulfill our hero's journey. Our hero's journey is that transformational quest we all subconsciously go on to fulfill any goal, to climb any mountain, to grow any business. We all cannot help but go on this journey. Now, big brands know this distinction and use this distinction to craft out their messaging, to refine their visuals, and to really stand out in the marketplace. Now, there are 12 core archetypes. And before I dive into each of the 12, I want to set them up for a little bit for you so you can understand more deeply each of the nuances of archetypes. Now, each archetype is derived from values. So knowing your values is a crucial first step to knowing your archetypes. It's one of the steps I get all my clients to do before we start building and positioning their brand using archetypes. So learn your values, define your values, and it makes knowing your archetypes a breeze. But each archetype, as a subconscious character that we all need to fulfill on, helps us define our brand so our clients and customers know what they're buying. Because remember, most people are not buying a good or service or a thing, they're actually buying an identity. They're buying what that thing or doing that service or doing that course will make them become or define who they are. Remember the three paradigms of why people buy: the true self, the social self, and the ought self. Are they buying because it's who they really are? They're wearing Nike because they're actually an athletic? Are they buying something because they want to be perceived as who they're becoming? Perhaps they enroll in a coaching course because they want to become better or a better business owner. Or they're buying for social, they're buying for others, they're buying to be seen. These are the three social paradigms that we all buy from, and archetypes is the theory before the theory under this one, of what is it the identity that they're truly investing in. So each of the archetype profiles are made up of a number of things. Firstly, the values. This is a crucial one. Each archetype has their own unique values, their own unique way of how they do things. Then there is what is called the call. Now the call is what brings out that archetype within us. The task is, say in the hero's journey, the task for this archetype to help fulfill. There's also levels of archetypes. There's sort of a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced level of each. There's the underlying goal, the fears, the gifts, the shadows, and the strengths, and how they respond to problems. You see, archetypes are like an identity, and this is the makeshifts of any identity. Now, it's crucial to know your values, as I said, so you can really step in and know your archetype. And by doing this exercise, by getting your values and refining what your archetypes are, you will make positioning your business a breeze. You'll make content creation so much easier. Even a personal brand is so much easier, of what you stand for and what you don't, what you should post and what you shouldn't post. It is such a powerful distinction to obsess over and master. And like I said, many of the clients I take this through, it all starts with their values, and then we can easily refine and create their own unique archetype. So the primary values that each archetype lives from is it starts with loyalty, equality, caring for others, achievement, freedom, revolution, connection, innovation, power, transformation, learning, and fun. Now you can see just from these 12 values how they each are uniquely stand out. So I ask you, rewind the podcast and listen to those 12 values again and write down your top two. What are your top two values in your business or your personal brand that stand out. And write these down so when I'm speaking into each archetype, you go, wow, that's my archetype. That is the brand positioning I can create to make stand out from my competition and make content a breeze. So, the 12 archetypes connected to these values. The first one is the innocent. This brand value is loyalty. Next is the girl guy next door, and their value is equality. Then there's the hero, and the hero's value is achievement. The caregiver, its values is caring for others. The seeker, which its value is freedom. The lover, their value is connection. The maverick or destroyer, their value is a revolution. The creator values innovation. The ruler values power. The magician values transformation. The sage values learning. And the fool values fun. So from refining your values around these archetype theories and the 12 values I read, what's your primary archetype? And what's your secondary archetype? Now run along and go do all the research you can on those, or listen to the upcoming episode as I dive deep into each archetype through the lens of marketing, positioning, and content. Knowing your archetypes is a truly, truly powerful game-changing distinction. And just starting with here, with knowing the values and choosing the archetypes, go dive into the relevant episode connected to your archetype. This is truly a game-changing distinction, and I hope you enjoyed this episode on a brief outline and a brief overview of what archetypes are and why they are so important. Love your work.